What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the TCG Empire YouTube channel. Today we are going over Final Standings Friday. If you're new, you're not sure what that is. It's where we take the deck of the week discussed on Monday and talk about my initial thoughts as far as testing went and how I feel the deck fits within the meta. Now this week we did talk about Intel or Urshifu VMAX paired with Inteleon VMAX, and I have to say that this deck is stressful but fun. The stressful aspects of it is just that you have to be so micro with your plays and know exactly what you're doing that sometimes it can get stressful and overwhelming. But the reason why it's fun in the end is because you get to do things like spread a ton of damage to take multiple knockouts. You get to do things like use the Medicham V's Yoga Loop in order to, take a prize or two prizes depending on what you kill, sometimes even three, and then take another turn, play your supporter, do energy, do everything again, and it just sets up the math better. This deck is very powerful when you're able to draw the right cards and play things in the right sequencing. And speaking of sequencing, with this deck, you're very rewarded for it. Making sure that you use Inteleon VMAX's Double Gunner paired with Energy Retrieval and Radiant Alakazam. It means that you can virtually set up the board so that way you can take, two prizes in one turn, 4 prizes in one turn, sometimes even 6 prizes in one turn. And it's really, really amazing when you're able to do that. It's crazy to see a deck feel the way that it does when you're able to do those things. The downside of the deck, though, is due to the nature of the cards that you're playing. Sometimes you do brick. You don't have much room for pure consistency cards such as draw supporters. Most of the time you're going to be able to get away with playing maybe 6. And other times you can just have hands that are completely dead. And it really just makes the deck awkward. But testing aside, most of the time you won't have that bad of a hand. Very few times will you have a terrible hand. So the deck does reward you for your good micro plays, and it also rewards you for well-placed sequencing and well-timed. It's nice being able to use Gale Thrust to hit 300 damage for weakness for 1 energy with Urshifu VMAX into things like Raikou, Miraidon, anything that's really weak to fighting. And it's also really nice to be able to do 120 spread to 2 Pokemon that you've also double gunnered and possibly, KO 2 EXs and take 4 prizes, maybe even 2 VMAXs, take 6 prizes, or just really set your math up and do whatever you can. This deck does have the capability to take 6 prizes in one turn without doing Yoga Loop. It really just depends. And I think the best part about this deck is that its Lost Box matchup is virtually amazing. I feel like the matchup is around 80-20 depending on how your setup goes. If you have a bad setup, it's rough, but if you have, the best setup you can with 3 Inteleon, the Yoga Loop, you have Octillery, and then you have Alakazam, and you're just spreading multitudes of damage and also being able to, do everything you can. It's great. The deck is fantastic. Overall, though, within the meta, I think that it's placed, it's on the underlining of being, an S tier deck. It's probably low A, high B, if anything, but that's just because of the consistency issue. The deck, you can play the perfect 60 and still break just because you have to play so many cards. But overall, that's really all I have to say about the deck. It's a lot of fun. You're rewarded for sequencing right, and it's very satisfying to be able to use abilities to take prizes versus ending your turn with an attack. So overall, thank you guys so much for all the support, all the love. We're a quarter of a way to monetization, which is great. I really appreciate you guys just gaining views on the channel, spreading the love, leaving comments. I really appreciate it. But yeah, as always, like I said, thank you for watching. And if you did enjoy today's video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Otherwise, I will catch you guys on Meta Monday, and enjoy the gameplay in the background.